Okay, that. So where to? Is there any place with a research facility? Research facility? I'd like to conduct an experiment and test something that might be relevant. How about the facility in the museum where Clamp is at? Why didn't you guys have this conversation before I picked museum? They had really extensive equipment there. No way, man. Anywhere but there. You should have been evacuated by now. It should be okay. Yes, that sounds good. Daniel, is that okay? I'm expecting a big tip for this. Big tip? Daniel, you're a cop. What are you talking about? Big tip. Crooked cop Daniel. So this is the American Museum of Natural History. It's just as I imagined. I can find a research facility in this building? Yeah, hopefully we won't run into the jerk who runs it. Since he's been evacuated, it should be empty. You think that guy let them evacuate him? Are you crazy? For a lab in a museum, it does have fairly extensive equipment. So what do you want to test? Yes, of course. Let me see. I was able to extract the gel-like substance from Aya's clothing. Gel? Is it from Eve? Yes, it appears to be a remnant of Eve's cells. At the cellular, I can never say this word, cellular level, her power cannot be as strong as Aya said previously. Ow. Hey, what are you doing? I just want to conduct this experiment to see whether or not... Yes, this is exactly as I... It's just as I thought. Go ahead, take a look. What is it? In before the magic school bus, like, flies by. Man, you saw all that in the telescope? Holy cow. That's a powerful telescope. Your cells are completely surrounded by them. As you can see, the mitochondria, or Eve, has taken over the nucleus. In a similar manner, the beasts that attacked you probably experienced the same thing. Does the mitochondria really have the power to control a nucleus? No, the normal mitochondria never has such power. But Eve's mitochondria has gone through tremendous evolutionary changes. This is what I think happened to Eve's mitochondria. Normally, mitochondria require oxygen when they generate energy, called ATP. So at this time, the mitochondria requests oxygen from the nucleus. Without the energy supply from the mitochondria, the nucleus cannot function. So in essence, the two organelles constantly rely on each other, but in this case, it seems that Eve developed the power to reverse this symbiotic relationship. Evolution, or even mutation, seems likely in this case. Reverse the cycle? Look at this. Even with a limited number of cells, her cells have this much power. Can you imagine how much power Eve has within her whole body? Maeda. Yes? Could you test my cells? Yes, of course, but I want to know. I want to know why I have the power to fight her. I want to know where I stand with her. Aya. Please, Maeda, I need to know why. Yes, of course. Thanks, Maeda. Could you step over here, please? Now just give me some of your cells. I'll need your arm. Like this? Here. Yes. That sounded like a gun. You loaded a gun. Ow. Let me just set this up here. I think you'd better see for yourself. What is it? Is something wrong? Like you didn't expect for something to be wrong. Okay, same deal. You got the superpower. The superpower nucleus. Do you realize what is happening? Your mitochondria are supplying more energy to the nuclei of your cells. It's almost as if they are protecting the nuclei from Eve's mitochondria. Why does Aya's mitochondria have this kind of power? I don't know, Are you familiar with Richard Dawkins' theory of the selfish gene? In simple terms, it states that genes act in a manner to preserve and ensure survival of the species. Hey man, I don't read those scientific journals. What are you trying to say? Depending on how you look at it, you can say that Eve is trying to destroy all mitochondria except her own. In response to that, Aya's mitochondria has developed the power to rebel. Why only Aya's? Shouldn't it be the same for us as well? We should also have that power based on... That seems to follow the natural order of things, but I'm sorry, I don't know why. Professor? Yeah, that saw this coming. What are you doing in my lab? This is breaking and entering. Why haven't you evacuated the city yet? I'm asking why you people are in my lab. We've received orders to evacuate this city. Professor, you really should. I tell you, cops are the ones corrupting this fine city. I'm sorry. It was my fault, you see. I asked them to bring me here. Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm Kunihiko Maeda, and I'm a scientist from Japan. You were using my electronic microscope. What is this? Where did you get this specimen? Where did you get these cells? Those are... I don't know. Good guy, Maeda. Do you take me for a fool? With cells like these, they must affect the body's natural state. Oh, shut up. I'll just ask Officer Bray. Your cells contain a tremendous amount of energy. Do you feel any bodily changes? How did he know? You should feel somewhat hot, no? Speak up, officer. I can't hear you. Have you lost consciousness anytime recently? Hey. Hey, what the hell is this? Why is my boy's name here? Lorraine. Lorraine's on here too. Clamp, you tell me. You tell me what this list is for. Tell me, you hear? Let go of me. I don't have to tell you anything. What? Daniel, calm down. Daniel. Get out of here. Sorry to disturb you. Aya, are you not concerned? But we do have to officially warn you of the evacuation. Please remember that. Officer Brea, do you enjoy having that barbarian for a partner? Oh, no, thank you. Bye. It's too late now. It's too late to do anything now. I feel so bad for Daniel. Like, Daniel's always sticking up for Aya. And then the one time Aya needs to stick up for Daniel, she's like, Daniel, calm down. Sorry, our bad. We'll leave. Like, come on, Aya. Stick up for Daniel, man. He just found his wife's name and son's name on this dude's computer. You should be sticking him up. And he obviously knows more about your condition than anyone. Like, what are you doing? Get the information, man. Or at least try. She's just like, oh, we're being mean to him. We should leave. Screw you, Aya. Come on now. I don't know where I'm going, actually. Yeah, man. R.I.P. Daniel. Dang him, one of these days. What was that list? It was an HLA type listing. It's a list to see whether organs will be rejected when transplanted. Why the hell are Ben and Lorraine on the list? It was a list of people with matching HLA types, so... Dang, I'm gonna kill him! I'm going back to the station and getting the... Getting the what, Daniel? If you have a gun, you can just shoot him. He's a scientist. What the hell happened here? Eve? She's here? I'll go look around. You two stay here. Hell no, I'm not gonna sit around and wait for this thing to kill my family. Daniel! Wait, Aya. Here, take this. What's this? It's a good luck charm from Japan. It's the best I can do. Man, you are useless. Thank you, I'll take it. Does it actually do anything, or is it literally just special good luck charm? I have a feeling it actually does do something. The similarities between Daniel and Barrett are, like, amazing. Oh, this is really scary, actually. I'm getting help. Hang on. I actually was not expecting this. This is really cool. It felt like the police station was always going to be our, like, respite. So this is, like, hitting home here. I got all my stuff here and the weapon upgrade thing. Didn't feel like this was going to get attacked. Thank you, iTroy, by the way. Appreciate you, man. What is that? Rat? This M16 is kind of crazy now. By the time I'm done shooting, my ATB is, like, back. I can start shooting again. Oof. Warner! Man, Eve really caught us off guard. Most of our men were out. I'm getting help, hang on. No worries, I'll be alright. You go after Ben. Wow, redemption arc for Warner. You playing solitaire? What is that picture on the table there? I don't think the combat's really janky. I like the combat. And honestly, I like the graphics too. I was saying last week about a remake of this game. I don't remember exactly what I said last week, but I think that if we were to do anything with Parasite Eve, I would want a remake. I would not want a remaster. I think that this like or a port, but like I think this graphical design of like the pre-rendered backgrounds and the kind of muddy textures with like the Final Fantasy VIII level models, I think it just looks like I love this look. I really would not want it to be like upgraded in the traditional sense. I think it would just look worse. I really like this. I mean, this really puts me back into like playing Resident Evil 2 on PS1. Like, it just has that vibe that I love this. Look, I wouldn't change it, you know? I think if we were to get any more Parasite Eve, I think it should just be a straight up remake, Resident Evil remake style of like just redo everything. Or just a straight port so that people can play it on modern consoles. But I would not want to remaster it. I think that this aesthetic is just so like, it just brings me right back to like the early 2000s, you know, sitting in front of my CRT playing Resident Evil. And I think like the music and just everything just flows so well. Like, if anything, maybe like update which this would be the hardest thing to update, but update the cutscenes. The cutscenes could look better. I think they look fine, but like you could make the cutscenes look better without ruining the style. But yeah, no, I like this style too much. I think you leave it just the way it is. Even with like the grittier textures, I think it all just fits so well. I mean, like, go play Final Fantasy VIII on PS4 if you want to see like why remake or remasters are a bad idea. Like, it just looks so wrong, you know, like the pre-rendered backgrounds with the updated models, the backgrounds just look so ugly and everything just pops and looks gross. And whenever they don't update a model, it's immediately noticeable and looks really, really bad. So, I mean, it's still playable. It's still fine. I still like Final Fantasy VIII on console, but the Steam version looks so much better, and just playing the original looks so much better. Are you okay? Where's the captain? He went to look for Ben. No, hold on, please. I really should have gone directly to Ben, but I figured that's what I was supposed to do, so I wanted to check everything else. But story-wise, I'm kind of being a jerk. Hey, story-wise, I'm kind of fitting Aya's personality, because this is probably what she would do, because apparently she just hates Daniel. Apparently she's not a very good friend. I could understand not liking the muddy graphics, but for me, it really enhances the vibe. I think that if you like take Aya's model and like make it look like Final Fantasy VIII's updated models, it just wouldn't fit the scene at all. It wouldn't look, you know, I don't know, it just wouldn't look right to me. It'd be fine, it'd be playable, I'm sure plenty of people would enjoy it, but like, if I get my personal way, I would say leave it the way it is. Or just, you know, redo everything and make a whole new game. Spider! Aw. A little out of my range. Parasite powers have evolved. Energy shot. Ooh. Whoa. That's like... That's basically what I made. It does have bad critical, though. I don't know what P energy is, but it has a lot of it. Yeah, no, like, I understand, like, if you're somebody who didn't grow up in this, like, era, then it doesn't really hit the same way. You'd probably rather just have the game look as good as it can look, but there's a whole vibe with, like, early PS1 games that just, to me, can't be matched. And, like, I wouldn't want to take that away, because that's what I like the most about these games, is that they bring me back to that era. Whenever I see these pre-rendered backgrounds and the models, like, even upscaling it takes away a bit, but I've gotten used to it. But yeah, that just, this whole aesthetic of not really being able to perfectly discern what everything is in the scene, and you really have to use your imagination and use your brain to, like, pick apart what stuff is. And that's where Resident Evil really shined, because that was 90% of the scare, was that you really couldn't see everything all the time, you know? Not everything was perfectly, oh, that's a bush and that's a tree and that's a whatever. So, like, that was part of the charm, was that you just couldn't really exactly see everything in the scene, and everything was dark and shadows and a little muddy. But that's honestly, that's honestly selling this game a little short, because this game, the personality and vibe of this game is even better than any of the early PS1 games I've played. Like, this game is insane with the way it's built, the world, and, like, I am totally engrossed in the vibe this game has created. It feels like, I hate to keep saying Resident Evil, but, like, it's just a really good comparison, because most people have played Resident Evil. Resident Evil had this, like, survival horror aspect, but it was also campy. And this game, like, it takes itself so seriously that going in, I almost would have felt like it was too serious. Like, especially with the story being about mitochondria and the powerhouse of the cell, and, like, you know, the science of it is a bit, like, extreme. So for the game to take itself so seriously and then have such a extreme scientific, like, borderline goofy story, going in, I felt like it wasn't gonna work. But man, do they just really sell it. Like, they really get you invested. Like, somehow the whole vibe of the game, and the way that the aesthetics are, and the camera angles, and the almost like noir vibe of, like, being in the car, and the effect on, like, the car when they're driving and go into the abandoned gun shop, and like, there's just something about it that, like, has really sold me. I am, like, so into the vibe of this game, and I wouldn't have expected that, knowing how kind of a bit goofy the beginning is. Like, you know, it's really over the top with the beginning, and how crazy Eve is and everything, but it works. Like, it really, it never felt like they went too far. You know, it always brought it back to, like, real stories, Daniel being worried about his family, Aya not knowing her background, the scientists going crazy, the police trying to figure out how to deal with the situation. Like, I don't know, man. It's awesome. Oops. They say they're dealing with this. I keep accidentally skipping it. Okay, got it. You guys got it. And even, like, the beginning kind of letting us explore for ourselves, you know? Talk about a game that would have been ruined by tutorials. If there were tutorials in this game, it would have totally ruined the vibe. And not every game is ruined by tutorials. I tend to be really anti-tutorial, but, you know, some games you need tutorials. Some games tutorials help. This is the type of game where it's like, I'm so glad there was no tutorial. Like, you know, it really just let us go off and explore and kind of get the feeling for everything on our own and kind of just sink into the character of Aya without being pulled out to be like, oh, by the way, you're a video game player and you got to learn these video game things. Like, you know, it allowed us to really sink ourselves into her personality. It didn't take us out of it by being like, and here's how you shoot, and here's. And there was some, like, text to explain stuff, but not, you know, not a tutorial in the normal sense. What in the heck is that? Ow. Also, I'm beginning to really love these camera angle fights are, like, so cool to me. How you really never know how a fight's gonna go. Never really know, like, how much space you're gonna have. And that's part of the that's part of the challenge. Is like, sometimes you really cannot dodge things because you're in such a small area. Yeah, no room is safe. You never walk into a room and think like, oh, there won't be any fights here. Like, you never know. Let's try, I probably don't have enough for energy shot yet. Oh, I guess I did. Holy. It looked like I actually, like, overdid it. Like, I used too much energy that I didn't have, so it looked like I was going to be, like, stunned afterwards. But luckily it killed him. Also, the fact that it, like, stopped time when I used that feels like it's really good. Because normally I have to open myself up to attack. But that, like, stopped time. Ah, wait, it's me. Aya, this freak of a dog came and it blah blah. Hey, Aya, guess I screwed up, eh? Why didn't you shoot, man? Haven't used a gun since your daughter was shot? Taurus, you can't blame guns for that. I suppose you're right. Wayne, you take good care of this place now. Taurus! No! Did I just get his handgun? This gun, it's Taurus's gun. Hasn't used it in ages, but he always kept it in shape. Taurus wasn't just good at gun tune-ups, he was a real good shot, too. But ever since today his daughter was killed by a gun accidentally going off, He stopped shooting altogether, and he came into this department to keep guns in check. Aya, I know you can handle this gun. Take this, and nail that monster for Torres. Man, the way they set up, like, this whole scenario, as well as the scenario with Ben and the dog. I kind of want to use it. There's kind of no reason to, though. Dude, can I take the steel thing? How about the try? No, I can't. That'd be crazy if I could, like, put the steel thing on my M16. Oh, this is scary. So at the beginning of the game, we fought a lot of stuff that was like dodgeable. But a lot of these enemies now, like, I mean, part of it's because I'm in this tiny area, but a lot of these guys are like not very dodgeable. Also, I'm getting hit because he's backing into me. What the heck? Well, I thought he was going to walk into range. Wayne and Torres are referenced as the Smiths and Lindblom? Wait, that's amazing. Oh, by the way, Fridays, I got your package. Your package is here. We'll have to open it. If you're staying all day today, we could open it at lunchtime. I want to see what happens when I discard junk. Okay, I discarded it. I don't know what I got for it, but I discarded it. They'll be fine. Okay. Well... yeah, somewhere around there. I'm sorry, Ben's gone. Where? I don't know. Shiva went berserk and Ben went after her. What? Oh, we got two of them? Defense down. That's not good. Oh, shoot. I accidentally canceled my thing. That's not what I wanted to do. This is awkward. Attack. Aha! Yeah, I like that. Attack again. Aha! You like that? Attack again. Ah. Another reload. Is this Shiva? No, that's puke. Actually. That's what that is. Am I not? Am I not obviously supposed to go through there? Shiva! Stop, come back here. How did they get past me? Aya, you gotta go after Ben. He went upstairs chasing Shiva. Come on, we need to take care of that wound. I'm alright, just go after Ben. Yeah, it looks fine. He'll be fine. Hold on. Can't make it. Got me pretty good. Take this. Ben's upstairs. I love how everyone is, like, worried about Ben the most. Good guy cops. Shiva, don't go that way. Shiva, what's happened to you? Shiva, wait. What is that movement on the rats? What in the world? What is this? Interrogation room? Oh, that was cool. Ow. Stay away. Oh my damage. Okay, so even if I'm at full PE, Energy Shot takes my entire PE bar. and like stuns me for a second afterwards. So I did say that like it freezes time when I use it, but then I do still get stunned afterwards, so it still takes some... Like, it feels like anything you do in this game to deal damage puts you in danger. That's kind of the way it works. You gotta always be mindful when you're attacking. Storage key. Spiders. Oh, they're fast. Ouch. I'm stuck. Let me out. Nice. Big ammunition. That's what I was kind of hoping for, was a save point. CR evade. Well, that'll give me some more evade on this, since that's its weakness. Little mini chest. We save. Shiva, are you okay? Ben, get away from her. Let go. Shiva's sick. Stop. Don't hurt Shiva. She isn't Shiva. Eve's turned her into a monster. A monster? Close your eyes, Ben. Good guy Baker. I don't know. Still looking like a dog to me. You're not touching him. Dang it, I'm out. Ah! really love the way that the cop characters have been portrayed. Like, they're not so stereotypically like, I'm the police chief and blah blah blah. Like, they all have their actual personalities and like feel like real human beings that like, yeah, some of them like are more rigid, but like they're all good people, as you would expect cops to be. It's not the stereotypical like, oh, the cops are crooked. But they're not also not all just like superheroes either, like, you know what I mean? They feel like people. So I have 2 tools, but I don't really have anything to use them on. I'm going to get rid of the M19. I think I'm going to use some bonus points to get myself some more item capacity because I am constantly running out.